Now we're gonna learn how to rig the Picos, which is our two-person easy learning boat. There are 4 things that you need for this. Firstly, your mast. You can find those in this big long tube, and you have to pull them out from the other side. Then you need a boom. Come over here, there are 3 of them, and it's these silver ones right here. Not to be confused with the Bic, which are everywhere else. Now let's head into the pram shed. So in the pram shed, you have 3 important things to grab. The foils, so that's rudder and center board, which is actually a dagger board, and then the Pico main sheets under this big Pico main sheet label. So we'll grab all of those, we'll head down to the boat, and we'll get to rigging. We're gonna start by putting up our mast. So first thing we'll do, we'll take it out of the bag. So it's already on. So we take the bag and we make sure that we leave it somewhere safe. So you can put it back in the tube. If there are no other masts there, you can wrap it around something, just as long as it doesn't flow away. Blow away. Wham bam. So we put up the mast while it's still on the hard, which means on the dock. It's quite easy, you leave it like this. You're gonna pick it up. If you need 2 people, then don't be afraid to have 2 people. Make sure that your boom bang is not tangled around like it was here. And then come close. You line up the bottom here first before sliding up, closing the gate, taking this pin and popping it right through. Now sometimes the pins will have something on the bottom here to lock it, but this one does not, so we're good just like this. So let's undo all of our sail now. It's clipped here, and you can see there's this big jib sheet mess here that we'll untangle, and then we'll get to the sails. So we'll start with the jib, which has a shackle at the end here. Twist the shackle so that it comes out like this, and you simply hook it on to this in the front. Then you'll have your jib sheets. There are 2, with 1 on each side of the mast. And it simply goes through this fairlead, and then you tie a stopper knot like an 8 knot here. You do the same on the other side. We take this hook, hook it through the clew, and then cleat the rope over here to however tight you'd like. Something around there is not too far off. Then let's get the boom on now. So one thing to remember is that the pulleys will face downwards, otherwise you'll have to take it off. Then you simply take this, push it right above this circle here, and it pops on. We'll go over here, grab our clew tie down, and tie a simple reef knot around the boom. Our boom bang is this black rope here. We'll make sure that it's not too tangled before clipping it in to this right here, and then tightening it to our liking. Finally, we'll take our main sheet and run it through. Now, this block is a ratcheting block, which means it clicks in one direction and not in the other. What we want to make sure is that we take the short end, we put the short end through, and we pull on it. We get no clicks. So this is backwards. So we'll take it, reverse it the other way around. You get no clicks when you pull the short end, and then when you pull the long end, you can hear that clicking. Then we run the main sheet through here, all the way to the back, down to this pulley here, back up here, and then a 8 knot or a stopper knot to finish it off. On the other end of our main sheet, we're going to do an 8 knot as well, just in case we let the sail out a little too much and it falls out. This will stop that from happening. Now we're ready to put the boat in the water. You'll see here that this might get caught on the dock, so we can just pull it over. And we see one very important thing before we put the boat in. It's this plug. Without this, you could sink the boat, so I want you to make super sure that this is in very well and tight. Put the boat in the water, and then we'll put the foils in. Because it's a big piece of plastic, we can just slide it along without being concerned. and we'll tie it off to one of our loops. Now let's get the rudder in, just like many other rudders. You have these two pins that slide into gudgeons. So hop on the boat. Careful not to tip too much. And make sure here that your tiller goes underneath this rope here. Otherwise, you're gonna have some trouble out there in the water. We'll put this in and wait for that click to tell us that it's locked. And lastly, we make sure that this green rope is pulled tight and cleated. The red rope is there. Take the dagger board now. You'll notice that it's not symmetrical. There's a thin end and a wide end. The wide end goes on the front, just like many other boats, and simply slides in. Now, an important thing here is to make sure you take this and you tie it around somewhere so that if you turtle, it won't fall out. So you can tie it around the mast, anywhere you please. Bingo. Now, the boat's all rigged, plugs are in. Let's make sure we have a life jacket on and we're ready to go sail. To derig, we do the exact opposite of what we just did in that order, and then at the end we make sure that we wrap the sails around the mast, put it right back in the bag, and put everything right where we found it.